everyone. I hope that you're all having a beautiful day. I'm excited today because we've got the second of 2 different PSA submissions that my NAKAMA Slick Rick TCG Battles has sent in to grade on the channel through PSA. If you have not already, make sure you go check out TCG Battles channel and go subscribe to him. You will not be disappointed. We have got 12 cards in this second submission that we are taking advantage of the new PSA sale for $15 a card. We've got a lot of variety here. We've got Japanese Pokemon alternate arts, we've got Dragon Ball Z secret rares, and we've even got a one-piece alternate art card at the very end that is my favorite. So I'm excited to show this off to all of you. If you've been enjoying the content, I would greatly appreciate it as well if you could like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the Manatee Nation. Let me know down below which card is your favorite. Let's go before I lose my tongue anymore. We've got this full art Japanese lady from Lost Abyss, and CGC 10 last sold for $140, pardon. So I think a PSA 10 could be around the same range. Very beautiful way to start off the submission here with a full art lady here, and I do think it is a 10 candidate. Next up, we have got a Japanese Evolution alternate art. We have got the Espeon alternate art from Eevee Heroes. It's a little off center right to the left, so it could end up being a 9, but the rest of the card is really, really clean, so I do think it has potential as a 10. Last sold 10 was around $200. It's in between a 9 and a 10. It really could be a coin flip, and I'm curious to see which way PSA goes on it. I really hope they side with you, Slick Rick. So beautiful card there. Always love to see an Evolution. Speaking of which, we have got the Umbreon full art in Japanese. That texture really, really stands out. Reminds me of Legend of Zelda, the Triforce in the background, but this is a beautiful, beautiful card. I do think that this is a 10 candidate as well. So I'm really hoping so. Last sold was around $80 on this one, so hopefully we can get that 10 for Slick Rick, and that's going to go perfect in the bulk submission. But following it up, we had the full art, and now we've got the alternate art from Eevee Heroes Japanese. Looking super clean as well. This is a 10 candidate in my opinion. Last sold for $250, so we're slipping it in the economy, $15. They could end up upcharging on us on this one. Hopefully not, but even still, I would not mind paying that, and I want to have these, and I know Slick Rick wants to have these in a specific order for sequential ordering, so I'm putting all the Japanese together in the bulk. We've got one other Japanese card that I think might potentially, if it gets the 10, which it could, the Rayquaza V alternate art. This one could get upcharged as well because I was having trouble finding some Japanese sales, but the English sales are all around 200 to 280 in that range. So Japanese, we could end up seeing it a little more, a little bit less. It could get upcharged, but hopefully we can get the 10 and just have to pay $15 for it. That would be awesome. Next up, we're switching it up to some Dragon Ball secret rares. We have got the Radiant Saiyans here, a beautiful, beautiful secret rare. I did think that this one was a little off-center, a little thick on the bottom. Could be a 9, but if it gets the 10, then last sold for this card was $150. And a lot of the other elements of Dragon Ball Super cards do a really, really good job on the quality, as long as you don't see any print lines, and I didn't on this one, so it could be a 10 candidate, so it could get that $150. Speaking of which, we've got another Dragon Ball Z secret rare. We have got the Cell Xeno from Mythic Booster. Really, really sick card here. Shout out to all of the Cell fans. This is actually a reprint because the first Cell secret rare they came out with was broken in the game, so they had to come out with a new one with different rules. The centering is very clean on the back. I do think surface-wise, it's also very clean. I think it's a 10 candidate. Last sold for this one's around $100, so pretty nice place there in the economy submission, or I mean the bulk submission, pardon. And following it up, we have another Dragon Ball Z secret rare. Look at the texturing on this card here. Amazing. The Oath of Z. We've got all of the Z fighters lined up to take down another villain with Goku Super Saiyan in the front. An incredible card here. I could not find any sales, but we do have one card that's currently in the process of being sold on eBay. It's got another day left, and I think it'll probably sell for around $200. Centering A little thicker on the bottom, maybe, but I think it is still a PSA 10 candidate for the Oath of Z because I didn't see any other print lines. I didn't see any damage with any of the corners, no whitening or anything. The edges all looked clean. And next up, we had the last Dragon Ball Z secret rare and a beautiful one from Ultimate Squad. We have got the Piccolo and Son Gohan New Found Might. This one could potentially get upcharged because even in a 9, this card last sold for $220. There is a pretty nasty print line that's running all the way across the card. So I do think horizontally, it's hard to pick up in the camera, but it's running across the fire there all the way through the card. I do think that this is going to be a 9, but even still, $220 is not bad for a 9. Could potentially get upcharged on this one, and who knows, maybe we get the 10, but I personally don't think so. Because of the print line, I think that's going to hold back the surface too much, but a 9, still very, very beautiful for this awesome, awesome secret rare. And next up, we've got some more anime cards, but from a different maker. We've got the Weiss Schwarz Longsword Kasumi. Very beautiful card. I could not find any PSA sales for this card, but raw it's selling for around $100. So PSA maybe around $200 for a PSA 10. I gotta be honest, I'm not super familiar with these Weiss Schwarz cards. I do know that a lot of times when they get sent into Beckett, they get 9.5s a lot. So a 9.5 Beckett is pretty close to a PSA 10. I think that, you know, we could hope for a PSA 10 and say that it might be worth around $200. But to be honest with you, I don't really know on this card. It might end up being a 9, and I really don't know what it would be worth. I would assume the price of it raw as well, around $100. So great place in the bulk submission either way, and a beautiful, beautiful artwork there from the Longsword Kasumi. We've got 2 cards left in this submission. We've got another awesome Weiss Schwarz one. We've got Hawk, Passion for Scraps. Let's go. Captain Leftovers. Shout out to the 7 Deadly Sins fans. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. Really like this one. I could only find BGS sales. There was 2 9.5s that each sold for around $130. So I think a 10 would be around that range as well. I personally have BGS 9.5 as the same as a PSA 10. And the back looks pretty clean. The centering maybe a little bit off on the bottom, but I gotta be honest, I don't know these cards super, super well, so I'm curious to see that. I'm gonna be learning a little bit on submitting this one. If anyone else happens to be more familiar with Weiss Schwarz, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to learn. And last up is my favorite card in this batch. This is a stunner! The One Piece alternate art for Zoro! Let's go! Oh man, from Romance Dawn, the first set of the Japanese One Piece card game. Also coming out in English later this year. The super pre-release events were incredible. This artwork is incredible. I did notice, it's hard to pick up on the camera, there's a little bit of silvering on the edge here, the bottom left-hand side. But you know, the rest of the card is super, super clean. Maybe a little off-center, maybe on the left side versus the right side. But to be honest, I'm still learning with the One Piece cards myself, and I think PSA is. So I'm very curious to see what this card gets back. I'm really, really hoping for the 10 for you on this one, Slick Rick, especially in the PSA label. I think that the red color on this one would look incredible. It already does look incredible, and I couldn't find any comp sales for a PSA 10, but I think it would probably be around $250 to maybe $300, because that's what the alternate art leader card for this sold for in a PSA 10. So beautiful, beautiful card, an incredible, incredible submission. I'm looking forward to shipping out all of these cards to PSA for you. My Nakama Slick Rick. We've got the Japanese Pokemon. We've got the Dragon Ball Z secret rares. We have got the Weiss Schwarz beautiful anime cards, and we have got the One Piece alternate art as well. Incredible spread. Thank you so much, my Nakama Slick Rick TCG Battles. If you have not already, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what your favorite card is from the video, and I hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace out. Let's go!